would like to take a moment and thank those of you who have continued to follow us on our journey to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan via the Grand Canyon. It's been a while since our last video. Life happens and we needed to take some time off. But we're back and I've got a new one. In our last video, we visited the Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Munising, Michigan. We stayed for about 4 days in Munising and enjoyed getting to know the area, but soon enough it was time to move on down the road. We traveled Highway 28 to Marquette. Marquette was the first larger-sized town that we had been in for a while, so we took advantage of getting some chores done. After leaving Marquette, our next travel goal was to reach Copper Harbor at the top of the Keweenaw Peninsula. As we continued along Highway 41, we arrived at the town of Houghton. Houghton is the largest city in Copper County region and the 5th largest city in the UP with a population of a little over 8,000 people. The area is most notably known for its copper mines. Houghton gained importance as a port for the opening of the Keweenaw Waterway in 1873. It is also the birthplace of professional ice hockey in the United States when Portage Lakers were formed in 1903. Portage Lake Lift Bridge, connecting the cities of Hancock and Houghton, spans Portage Lake, which is part of the river canal system that crosses the entire peninsula. The bridge, which provides 100 feet of vertical clearance for ships when open, is the world's heaviest and widest double-decker vertical lift bridge. Since rail traffic was discontinued in the Keweenaw, the lower deck is used to accommodate snowmobile traffic in the winter. The bridge provides the only link between the north and south sections of the Keweenaw Peninsula. Once you cross the bridge, you enter the town of Hancock. Hancock is considered a cultural capital for Finnish Americans. The city is the home to the Finnish American Heritage Center and was home to Finlandia University from 1896 to 2023. Some street name signs in Hancock are bilingual, reading both in English and Finnish. The Weather Channel has consistently ranked Hancock as the 3rd snowiest city in the U.S. Check this out. You know how sometimes Google Maps gives you directions that just make no sense at all? Here we are directed off the highway, through an alley, and back to the same highway. Thanks, Google. The Keweenaw Snow Thermometer is a large red and white wooden structure in Mohawk, Michigan that tracks the annual snowfall in the Keweenaw County. It's considered the world's largest snow thermometer. Upper Harbor is an unincorporated community at the top of the Keweenaw Peninsula with a population of about 136 people. Due to its natural environment and surroundings, which include Fort Wilkins Historic State Park, Upper Harbor is marketed as an all-season tourist destination. The name of the community, Upper Harbor, alludes to the former use of its harbor as a port for shipping copper mined from local deposits during the mid-19th century. Upper Harbor was host to the first mineral land agency throughout the entire Lake Superior District. Captain Walker Cunningham was appointed by the United States Department of War to act as a special agent to the area. We arrived at Upper Harbor with 2 nights reservations at Fort Wilkins Campground, and as luck would have it, we were able to get an additional 3 nights, so we were set to do a lot of exploring in the area. We were really excited to visit the fort and learn more about its history. By 1842, the United States had taken control of the western half of the Upper Peninsula from the Ojibwa Indian tribe. In 1844, the Pittsburgh and Boston Copper Harbor Mining Company sank the first commercial mine shafts on the Keweenaw Point. Expecting a copper boom, the government built Fort Wilkins to keep law and order. Today, Fort Wilkins is a very well-preserved example of mid-19th century Army life on the northern frontier. 19 buildings have survived, 12 of them original structures dating back from the 1840s. In the summer months, costumed interpreters portray men and women who lived in this Army community more than 130 years ago. Leave the past behind as you enter into the world of 1870 and talk with them about their lives at this remote outpost. We began our self-guided tour at the married enlisted men's quarters. The fort was built to protect it.
Yeah.
As one 18th century American put it, businessmen who were purchasing foreign copper at inflated prices demanded an adequate domestic source.
Feed.
What?
Feed instead of just the arch.
Is that what that's called?
I don't know. That's just what
That's
I
what
see.
you call it. I see.
Usually it's just arched where the curve of the log lays in it.
It's probably sturdier. Oh, it sounds like the video got over now. I think it had just started when we got there.
Modern plumbing.
Without modern transportation, that's what we said. A lot of everything was on a ship, a boat. Oh, I don't think so. Had to sew everything, clean everything.
Nice crutches.
Ow. Don't think they have these modern day locks either. The doors. Don't think they had those. Wonder why they would have these cabins on the outside of the fortress of the fort, the fencing part.
Well, this must have been the married man quarters.
Scrub with more soap. No thanks. It's all about washing. That bed does not look super comfortable. And what, was that the children that slept underneath?
I would think so.
Hello. How are you
Don't
today?
tell me it's laundry day.
Well, almost every day's laundry day if you're working as a laundress.
Oh, okay. It's my least favorite chore when we're on the road traveling. And I get the luxury of going to a laundromat and throwing it in a machine.
Well, here, this is how I do my laundry. I mend all the clothes before I wash them so they don't get any bigger, or the holes don't get any bigger, and I soak the whites overnight. Then I scrub the clothes on my washboard. Some people call this a knuckle buster because it'll be rough on your hands. And then I rinse the clothes. I'm also supposed to boil the clothes too, but can't do that today because my pot has a hole in it. And then once they're clean, I can starch them and iron them.
Ooh, that's where they make all that bread.
Ooh.
Can you imagine how good this must have smelled? Or is this still bread? Oh, Smitty's. Blacksmithing.
Those blacksmith grabbers.
Blacksmith grabbers. I could see you doing this kind of work. What do you think?
Definitely would have been some burns and some learning.
What would you be sawing all that wood up for?
Well, burning.
Oh, okay.
Fires, boilings for food and laundries. We're pretty dependent upon wood up here, so we got to be using wood for everything, pretty much. We got to be getting about 480 cords of wood during the summer. So we'd have to contract local workers from the village over in Copper Harbor as well, so as we have to use their assistance as well. But yes, we're pretty reliant upon wood up here. It's one of the main things that keeps us going in the winter for sure. Except for the blacksmith. Blacksmith, we use coal.
Well, in the future they have chainsaws, so you'll dig those.
Perhaps I'll see one before I pass.
20 cents a day to cut wood. And those were probably long days. Keep your kettles clean. A kettle cleaning shop?
Can't boil your laundry if you got a hole in your kettle.
Yeah, you better go over here to the kettle place. Clean your kettle. Well, I would imagine back in these days, a pot and a kettle was like a tool. Oh, here's the big mess hall. What did soldiers eat? Potatoes every day and bread. Beef and mutton. Gone for a soldier. Wow, that's a scary looking hatchet. Those are carpentry tools?
Oh, these down here.
Yeah. Light duty. Undoubtedly a bleak point.
I made a pair of those things once out of conduit rope and then shellacked them up. I've never seen one of these before.
Holy cow, look at these
Ice
ice skates. Look at them fish hooks. Charles Brush, a storekeeper from Detroit, stocked merchandise for soldiers and civilians alike from 1844 to 1846. Oh, shoes. Whiskey
Smith's whiskey.
and apples.
Molasses.
Oh, goodness, these were stairs. Holy cow.
Steep.
Steep and short.
And grasshopper.
Oh, no, don't make him jump on me. Thought maybe it went around. And our last stop was at the park's gift store for a few souvenirs and, of course, ice cream. Mackinac fudge, to be precise. And that wrapped up our day at Fort Wilkins. We spent the remainder of the day at the campground exploring. In our next video, we will check out other sites in the Upper Keweenaw. Thanks for watching.